Well, good morning guys. I was going to show you what I left printing overnight, but there's nothing there. There's nothing there because I've just cleaned it off, because we had one of those filament breaks. I've only had a filament break, I think, once before, so it's not a very common occurrence for me. So I've just spent time repairing it or clearing it out. I had to get the little bit of filament out that was left in the tube here, because it had actually broken right where it gets pushed through. And I've also replaced the nozzle while I'm at it, because what happened last time was the nozzle was jammed, so the filament had actually been worn away by the gear there, the toothed gear that pushes it through, because it couldn't get through because the nozzle was blocked. It actually wore itself right through. This time it actually looked like it was a clean break, which would tend to indicate that the filament was coiled up wrong and knotted or something like that, but I can't find anything wrong with it. I've pulled a fair bit off and wound it back again, so don't know why it broke this time, but so I've replaced the nozzle anyway, and I'll start it again and see if it works this time. There's a fair bit of filament left on there. It's not that it's, well, it could be that there's not much on there and it's allowed itself to get loose and wrap over itself and tie itself in a knot. Don't know. A long rambling good morning, and all I really had to say was filament broke last night, so we haven't got anything to show you. Still, off we go again. Yep, that'll do for now. Well, that's looking a bit better. Might even be able to work out what it is now. But I won't tell you till it's finished. That's not tight at all. Got about another hour and a half to go though. Finished, finally. Three hours, 48 minutes, 47 seconds. Because that was the second attempt, because it failed the first time. So, disable the steppers, so we can pull it out, and you can see what we've got. So we've got two Grandad is an Old Man logo clothes pegs. One with him on the back peg, and one with him balanced on the front peg, or front leg of the peg. Because I think that one will be so unbalanced it will just tip round. That one is probably still overbalanced that way. it's got a better chance of standing up straight. We'll find out. Need to put some springs on them and then we'll see if they work. For those of you who do watch all of my videos, you will know I've got a glass plate print bed that I haven't used yet. I'm still using the original that came with the Ender 3D, but what I have started doing is using a glue stick. This is the purple one, and I smear it over, and then I wet a piece of tissue and rub that over to make it a very even distribution, because using that it just streaks. So I wet it, smooth it all over so we've got an even distribution all the way over, and then I print. And I do that, most people will think I'm doing that to make it stick, but I'm actually doing it for the opposite reason. I had found that that black filament was adhering to the surface so well that I couldn't release it. So with a layer of that on there, I can actually get underneath it and release it. So quite the opposite to what most people are doing it for. Anyway, I'm going to put a little bit more of that on there and print something else. But that'll be a different story. Just for info. So that makes quite a streaky effect, and I've dampened my rag here, and tissue. And I do that to give us an even distribution. Actually, I could probably wetted that a little bit more. It's not as wet as I normally do it. And also, this bed is still warm because it hasn't cooled down fully yet. So that's drying quicker than I want it to. But that's the idea, just to show you. Whether that's right or wrong, it works for me. There we are. Done. I don't think they'll grip onto a washing line very well. But, yeah. Interesting. Thanks for watching. There's always more information down in the video description. And if you like this video, you might like this one up here, and you might like to have a look at my channel over here, see what else I do. Thank you for watching.